Kim's speech makes me think of New Year's Eve or St. Patrick's Day and Cinco de Mayo and these days when you go out and things get crazy, get very crazy. I'm old enough now. I don't bother to go out on these evenings anymore. I just stay home and avoid amateur hour out on the streets. But with the speech today, the epic troubles on the streets of Sparks, Nevada, Kim Ciesynski. Kim Ciesynski, epic troubles on the streets of Sparks, Nevada.
Fellow Toastmasters, a while back I was coming home from the store. I was driving on a little parkway to my house, which is a posted 25 miles an hour, which a resolution this year should be that I drive 25 miles an hour. But 75 to 90% of my neighborhood does not drive 25 miles an hour. But I was going down the street and I happened to come up on an elderly woman. And we have a retirement community in our neighborhood, so I backed way off. She was going between 23 and 24 miles an hour. So we get up to the roundabout that we have in our neighborhood, and she stops, and she looks, and she looks this way, and all the way from where I am, I could tell nobody was coming. So then she comes back to here, she turns on her blinker to go right. She starts turning, top speed of about 5 miles an hour. She didn't want to turn the first right, so the left starts turning. So she goes a little further along the roundabout, and then she slows even further down because someone might be coming up. Nobody was coming up, so she proceeded, and then she finally determined, yeah, I'm going to turn right. I'm going to get out of this roundabout. Roundabouts are now part of our life. They're going to be even more prevalent in driving in our city in the future. The first modern roundabout was made in Summerlin, Nevada in only 1990. So they haven't, the modern ones haven't been around that long. And the reason we're getting them is because they're safer. It reduces accidents, but what it reduces is if you do get in an accident, you're not doing a T-bone, and the accidents aren't as severe. So that's why city planners like roundabouts. So we're stuck with them. Okay, has anybody been to Legends? Raise your hand. Yes. Okay, so you know, stupid rises to an epic level in roundabouts. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes. So my friends, today we have a real crisis on our hands. We must do something about the stupidity that happens in roundabouts. We have this little sign, yield. It's 5 letters. You would think it would be an easy thing to know and to understand. It means that in a traffic signal, it indicates each driver must prepare to stop, if necessary, to let a driver on the other approach proceed. It means you stop or you pay attention to if someone is in the roundabout. If you've been there, you know. It doesn't happen. Why is that? Why doesn't it happen? Just a couple weeks ago, my daughter and husband were in the vehicle in that lovely roundabout. They stopped because there was huge amounts of traffic coming. It was during Christmas season. And so they were coming in front, so 2 lanes were stopped to let the cars go. This crazy woman behind my husband starts honking her horn and flailing like he wasn't going. You are supposed to go, man, don't you know this? And she's like freaking out. They finally get to the other side of the roundabout and she throws a Red Bull at him. And I feel so sorry for this woman. That kind of stupid, you can't really pound it out of them. It's just part of who she is, and it's really sad that she can't understand the word yield. I don't get it. I was in that roundabout one time where I get into the roundabout and this elderly gentleman decides to be nice. He stops in the middle of the roundabout just to let someone in. Because he thought he was being nice, I guess. And then, letting all of the traffic stop as this roundabout. What is it that we can do? I wanted to tell you about the steps of roundabout, just in case you needed to help with the stupidity that happens in these roundabouts. The first thing you need to do is choose the appropriate lane as you approach a roundabout. There's always signs. You go straight, you turn left, or you turn right. Find the one that you need to go into before you get to the roundabout, not in the roundabout. You need to slow down. That's one of the reasons why accidents in roundabouts are better than in intersections, because you have to slow down. Yield to the driver's left and pedestrians. You have to look for pedestrians. Those in the roundabout, this is the big one, have the right of way. What a concept. You must travel in a counterclockwise direction. And I actually saw in my little roundabout in my neighborhood a big truck come up, and I could see his brain working, going, I don't want to go that way. I really just want to go right there. And he went just right there from the roundabout. That's not the way you go. Luckily, there was nobody coming down the street. Do not stop for the cars waiting to enter. That's a big one, because it messes up the roundabout. Do not travel next to a commercial truck, and that is because they don't do well in staying in the lanes. So they're usually on the curb or in another lane when you're going, so you don't want to go next to a commercial vehicle. And then the last one, which I saw in like half of it, is use a turn signal to indicate when you're exiting. However, I've had somebody have their turn signal on and keep going around. So had I pulled out, I think I would have been at fault. I don't know. So I think I'd like to leave them guessing, but I don't know if I'd get a ticket for that. But that's one of the rules that they say. So I'm asking you to help me. Help me with the stupidity that happens in these roundabouts. And let's figure out a way to make it work better in our city. But if you find the next time you're at Shields, some crazy woman out holding up a sign with rules, that would be me.